In previous video, we have seen how to use the Safe Search export to send the data to Splunk Phantom using the Splunk Phantom add-on. Now in this video, we'll be trying to see how to use the other part like the data model export to send the similar data to Splunk Phantom. Now for that, first thing you need is a data model. Now for today's demo, what I have done is I have created two similar data models. I just wanted to show you a couple of stuff over here. That's why I have created these two data models. If you see demo data model and the test data model. Now if we just see both of these data models here, so the main one will be using the test data model. So first let us see that one. Now if you see it here, I just created a root event with my main index and the source type is OSS EC. So that is where we are indexing all our OSS EC data, correct? And there if you see there are certain inherited fields, it is already extracted because my root is a event dataset. And then I have couple of extracted fields over here. Okay, it is coming as extracted. Now I will show you why it is something like this one before we see the demo data model as well. Now I created another child over here as well, if you see it, just to filter out the severity ID equals to 5, because in the Safe Search export we did the similar stuff. We are only sending the events where we are having the severity ID is 5. Okay, now this is the test data model. Now if I just go back to all data models again and open the demo data model, now here also I did the similar stuff. Like this is my root event. I did not include the source type because in my main index I only have that OSS EC source type data. Okay, so and severity ID also 5. Now one thing is noticeable over here is we have couple of extracted fields as well as calculated fields. If you remember, for the Safe Search export, we created these fields using a regular expression, right? The severity ID, the signature ID, signature, location, source IP. Now if you have not seen that video, maybe I will be providing that video link somewhere over here. You can see it, or also I think I will provide the video link in my video description as well. So have a look. Now here if you see, these fields are calculated because I created this field while I was creating this particular data model by using add field then regular expression. And if you see the regular expression here, I have used it is the same regular expression we used for the Safe Search model, and I think it is the same regular expression we used when we basically worked on that SIEM data on the OSS EC, right? So now there is a reason behind these two things over here, because when you want to create the data model export, I have seen this calculated field does not show up, because if you are creating this field on the fly in the data model itself, it does not show up as the field mapping in the field mapping page, but extracted field show up there as well. So if you need this severity ID, signature ID as a regular expression, so basically if you need regular expression to extract fields, which if you see it in my test data model is showing up over here, severity ID, signature and signature ID. If I just go to the root event, it is showing as extracted over here, correct? So what the difference I done over here is, if I just go to settings and fields here and go to field extraction, so I basically created a props.conf entry to extract those fields beforehand, search time. So if you see it, these are the two on inline field extraction I have created for that particular OSS EC source type. Okay, so that's the difference I did. In my demo data model, I just created those fields on the fly in the data model itself, but in the test data model, so those fields are already added to the as a extracted field in my props.conf. So now if I just go to our Phantom add-on, so let me show you now first with the demo data model and then the test data model. So similarly, just like our Safe Search export, we will be clicking on Add New. This time we will be selecting Data Model Export here. Now, if you want to use the data model for this data model export, similar way for the Safe Search export, the Splunk Phantom add-on needs to access this particular data model as well. So for that, if I just show you for our test data model, if we just go to permission, so for now I just given everyone, but at least for the Phantom role it needs to be read and write as well, and this needs to be all apps over here. Okay, so we are going over here. We will be giving a name, let's say data model forward. Okay, I will choose the data model first as demo data model. Let's see what is happening there, and let's select. So here you can choose the object. That means if I just go to demo data model, it has two objects, right? The data set. So any one of it you can choose it. So we will choose severity ID 5 because we wanted to send the severity ID 5 events only there. So this will be automatically selected if you have already configured the server. Container name, as we have seen before in the Safe Search export video. So either you can mention it as auto generated, or you can select a field over here based on which this will be generated, the container name will be generated. And label, as we have seen before as well in the previous video. So we have given OSSEC there because in our Splunk Phantom we created a new label called OSSEC there, correct? So that the events will show up in the Phantom UI. So now I'll be clicking on next here. Now there is a reason behind this demo data model as we have seen it. If you see all those fields which for our demo data model which are calculated is not at all coming over here. If I just go to Phantom over here, not at all, those severity ID, signature ID, not at all coming over here. Only the extracted fields will be shown up over here. Okay, so that means I just did some of the auto extracted fields like command cmd, command pwd for the demo data model, which is showing up over here if you see it. Okay, so which is no use for us. So that's why this approach, like just created a props.conf entry so that the fields will be automatically extracted. So that needs to be done over here. So which is there for our test data model, so that those fields will be coming up as extracted fields. So I'll again go over here. I'll first cancel it. So let's add a new one, data model export, name it as data model forward. This time I'll be choosing the test data model, which is the correct one here. I'll be choosing the same severity ID 5 object. This is fine. Auto generated is fine. The container name, container label, I will be giving OSSEC. Schedule. So now I think in the latest video in the Safe Search export, somebody asked like how you will be automatically extracting. So this one will be basically telling you how to automatically extract those fields. So either you can set it as real time, or you can set it as like every 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So that this particular data model will be automatically run, that the search of the data model will be automatically run, and then those events will be automatically forwarded to the Splunk Phantom. So as I was just giving demo, so that's why I just send a sample event over there. Now I'll be clicking on next. Now if you see it over here, all those fields which are coming as extracted, our severity ID, signature, everything is coming up over here. So if I just go to test data model, so all these extracted fields, even the location field, also coming up over here as well. Okay, so this is how you need to set up the data model export in Splunk so that you can forward it to Splunk Phantom. Now similar stuff which we did in the previous video, we need to basically map this to the CEF field. So let's do that. Maybe the underscore time, we will try to see if we have any time field. If there is no, in the previous video we selected some of the custom field. If you see, there are a lot of custom numbers and so on. Even you can create a new field as well if you see it. So let's do that this time. Add non-standard field. So I'll just say event time. Host, I think we have some automatically filled over here. Let's say device host name. Location, even I don't think there is a automatic field over here. So let's create a new field called location here. Okay. Similarly for message, we have a field called message here. We'll be selecting it. Similarly for severity ID, I don't think we have a field here, so we will create save underscore ID new field. Similarly for signature as well, signature ID also we will be creating similar stuff, signature underscore ID. Source, let's see here, source, I think we will be giving, let's say source service name. Source type, we do not want to send it, so in that case you can delete it as well. And the source IP, there is a field called src, which basically for the IP field, if you see it like the contains, so it will be coming up of something like this one. Okay, so we'll save this mapping, and it also requires a group by field by which you want to basically group these events. So now for now let's do it with the source IP field. Okay, now if I just save and preview, okay, we need to select the severity as well. So let's say severity low, this time we'll select, and let's say green, this one. According to your need, you need to set this stuff over here. And if I just save and preview, so it will list basically all those events which basically extracted by this data model, and it will show up over here. And just like as we did in the previous video, we can, for the testing purpose, we can send it to Phantom over here, and as this particular safe search will be, or basically data model export will be running real time, it will fetch those events real time as well from your data model, and it will send it to Splunk Phantom as well. So now for now, let's do it with this particular test, like send it to Phantom. So once you did that, the artifact has been created, you should get this particular message over here. So let's check in the Phantom first. So I'll just refresh this window now. Now if you see, for our data model forward, we received one event over here, a low event over here, right? And I was testing before with some other stuff, so that's why this high event was coming up over here as well. And just like we have it before, we can see those events based on label, severity as well, sensitivity and status as well, right? Even you can see the data sources as well, and different artifacts. Like if I just see this data model forward event, what just now we got it from the data model export, and if you see it, this is the one just now we received, and it shows up all those fields which we have created while doing that particular field mapping here, right? So this is how you will be using the data model export to send the events to Splunk Phantom. Now in next video, we'll talk about more fun stuff about Splunk Phantom. See you in the next video.